Congressman, what were some of the top concerns expressed in there?
I think a lot of it has to do with regulatory reform. A lot of it has to do with going line by line in each agency and finding the waste in programs that have not been reauthorized by Congress. We don't even know what they do. A lot of it has to do with money we send overseas to countries that hate us. I think a lot of it has to do with these inhumane, costly animal experiments that are taking place in this country, like hormones, transgender hormones in monkeys, and pumping, cats and dogs, and with all sorts of things to see for what reason we don't know, and it's often very costly and inefficient. Talked about Treasury checks being stolen, the amount of fraud that is taking place all across the country that's costing billions of dollars, and we need to act on that to end it and put in place safeguards. There's a lot of different things that have come up, and hopefully we'll be successful.
Is there a real push to cut $2 trillion to the federal government by 2026?
Well, they mentioned the $2 trillion. I think members of Congress may, they mentioned the $2 trillion. I think that we're going to have to go line by line here and see what truly can be done now. And some of it's going to be, attrition. Some of it will be selling property that it's very expensive to manage, that we don't need. And so there's a lot of different things. It's going to take a lot of work to go through it line by line. We already have a lot of ideas because of the hearings and accountability hearings that have taken place over the years in our committees. Now we have an administration that's willing to work with us on this, but a lot of it also has to do with the ability for these agencies to put in place regulations that are so costly. That needs to end, and that will be a major cost savings there, and repealing some of those regulations that have been burdensome and costly will be one of the areas where we can find some efficiencies.
Is there an agency that comes up more than another in there?
No, there's a few of them, but not one in particular. I think this is across the board that we have to look at. Okay, I got to run to.
Thank you.